extremely young, and they ended up all getting captured and sent to the same place at the end of World War II.
And this whole thing has to do with marbles?
This whole thing, never mind, I'll have to wind that when I'm not sober. Anyway, what we're going over to the Holy Cross for at the end of this thing is going to be a ceremony
Oh, what's the ceremony for?
congratulating us on making the 14,000 marbles that survived.
The 14,000 marbles that survived?
Yeah.
That is quite a feat. And who else is going to be at the ceremony?
Bunch.
Bunch of who?
A bunch of guys like me. We had veterans in the Army. We had veterans in for the Navy or the Coast Guard. I don't know. Maybe it's one big hallucination, but hallucination's supposed to go away.
And tell me exactly what this has to do with marbles.
It's transportation, and all the people who lived long enough got into the transportation field. And they got into the transportation field and they lived long enough to go through this ceremony.
Oh, okay. Through the ceremony at Holy Cross?
The children of the children of the children.
Oh.
Aren't hallucinations supposed to stop after a while?
Yes.
Okay.
They should slow down, I
No,
think.
no, no. The children, I gotta say, I had the first hallucination. And I started digging into it, and my children started having hallucinations. And then they started having hallucinations. I'm just supposed to stop.
I would think that they should stop at some point. Have yours stopped?
I just had them. I just started. 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago? Do you think that's when you started chemo?
I started chemo?
Uh-huh.
I haven't started chemo. But
No, you did have some
3 weeks
chemo.
ago. Yeah.
You had chemo,
3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
you had chemo while I was in North Carolina.
Right. I remember that bird feeding me. That's pretty cool.
The bird was feeding you?
Yeah.
What kind of bird?
A blue jay.
It had to be a pretty big blue jay if it was feeding you.
Why? Blue jays are pretty big birds.
Okay. All right.
Blue jays are that big. Oh, that's a pretty big bird.
And do you think that blue jay could feed you?
Yeah.
Did he fly or just sit on a shelf?
It shut on my lip.
He sat on your lip?
My chin.
Right there?
Not right here. At,
Wherever your chin was at the time.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
He was just playing along.
The blue jay was playing along?
You.
Me? Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much I'm just going with the flow. Have some more of your cranberry, Bruce.
I'm going to. And since this whole thing happened, not when it first happened, but when I went to the doctor for the first fall,
Mm-hmm.
and I hurt my back real bad, right?
Uh-huh.
And they gave me medicine.
Uh-huh.
and I didn't fall again, but I went to the doctor again because he was going to do whatever I felt best. And I thought laying in bed doing nothing would be the best, and he said, well, that's my best theory for you. So
Okay. Have some cranberry juice.
So, anyway, I went to the doctor. And the doctor said, yeah, it's worse than you thought. He wants us to do some exercises. You know, he made it parallel. And then put some little parallel boxes on it. He goes, do this. Don't get tattooed.
No, you can't get tattooed.
Too much
Bruce.
stress.
Too much stress.
It's not too much stress.
But he also told you to do some exercises today. He said for you to lift up your legs up and down.
Right.
And also do your feet back and forth like this.
Yeah.
You're going to do that?
Yeah, right. And then,
Sir,
yeah,
American Legion, Post 146, Petal, Mississippi, thank you for your service.
thank you. Yeah.
It's a standing order from Post CO. I was born here, I came back here, but when I lived in Mississippi, these guys would get off the plane and we had this thing where we always had a group of people to greet them coming off the
Oh,
plane.
I've done that at BWI.
So this morning I picked up a kid from BWI, just got back from the sandbox.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, well, let's first stop by my wife's place. She doesn't know I'm here. I'm going to surprise the hell out of her.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he gets to the door. This guy opens the door and says, hey, what do you want? Is Mary here? I'm a friend of hers from college, which is true. It's where they met. Hey, honey, some jarheads at the door.
Are you serious?
She comes to the door, and her eyes get as big as
But wait a
hens
minute,
at-
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. How long has he been gone? And why is there another guy
He's
there?
been gone for 18 months.
And there's another guy there?
Yep.
Are you
Very
serious?
calmly, he takes one look at her, and her eyes get like this big. She's like, David? He said, surprise.
Oh my God.
So
Are
in
you
that
serious?
instant, I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to pull this 23-year-old Marine off, and he's gonna
Oh
kill
my
me.
God.
Instead, very calmly, he just takes his ring off and says, well, the platinum ring is in the safe deposit box because I didn't want to lose it in the desert. This is supposed to be tungsten. It's supposed to be unbreakable. Just found out it isn't. Drops it on the deck
Oh my God.
and says, Mr. Robertson, my parents live over in Bethesda. You mind giving me a ride because this ain't my place anymore.
Oh my God.
He gets in the car. I drive him out of the neighborhood. He says, do me a favor. Can you stop in that gas station real quick? Runs to the trunk, grabs his bag, and comes back in 3 minutes in his civilian clothes. I'm like, why'd you get out of uniform? Because I wasn't going to cry in my fucking uniform. I drop him
Oh.
off at his mom's place.
Oh.
And I'm telling him the whole way over. When I was 19, I came home, same thing happened, except it was just a girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And this guy who was a friend of my dad's from Silver Springs, like, hey, don't worry, you'll survive this. Me telling you this now, I understand what he was saying. Trust me, you will survive
Oh
this.
my God. Did they have
Never
kids?
forget.
No, fortunately.
Oh my God.
But the whole idea was, you're a 23-year-old Marine with a job, you're in E6, and you're going to college to get your engineering
And
degree.
E6 at 25,
A 23.
23.
Yep.
Well,
So,
I had
in
it-
essence,
had it by the balls.
he has this big